folks, I try to avoid repeats on this channel, but forgive me if I show this again. The Yak is back. I haven't had one for, gosh, it must be 2 years now. I had a couple of these in the early days of my channel. It's a James Neligan. There's the well-known headstock if you watch my channel. And it is one of the Yakisuggi model guitars. All mahogany with a solid top with this Japanese charring technique. Hopefully you get a good look at exactly what that is. It's almost like a slate gray with, you know, sort of uneven pinstriping. It's a really cool effect. The rest of the guitar is really nice lines with the cream binding, the very simple double purfled rosette, all black hardware with the rosewood bridge, black pins, black saddle, and also black nut there, graphite nut with the black keys. I mean, it's a classy looking guitar. I've always liked these since I first got them. And this one sounds great. You're probably not getting that through the microphone here, but it's really, really good. And one of the reasons why I decided to show this guitar again, well, there are two actually. The first time I showed one of these guitars, the lighting was so bad I don't think you could really see the pattern, the Yakisuggi pattern. It just looked like a black-gray guitar on that particular video. And then the second one, where I showed a different variety of this, because they make this in the concert, the Dreadnought, and the Dreadnought Cutaway with electronics, I think a Fishman system. The second video I showed this, I proceeded to call it yakisoba all the way through the video, which I believe is a Japanese sauce, rather like teriyaki, if I'm not wrong. I think if those of you who live in the US, I'm not sure if they have them in other countries, if you go to Tokyo Joe's, the Japanese fast food place, I believe yakisoba is one of the sauce options. I think that's where I got it from, but it is actually, the technique is called yakisuggi. And you know from being on my channel that I'm quite partial to these James Neligan guitars for a couple of reasons. First of all, I think they're nicely designed. They're a little bit different than the standard fare. They do a few things with a few models that just kind of breaks the mold a little bit for acoustic guitars in this price range. So I think they're very well designed. I think they were originally under the parent company of Stag, but have since become independent. Somebody correct me if you have information on that and I'm telling you the wrong thing. And the second thing is they're really well priced, particularly if you watch the listings in Amazon. The prices fluctuate. This guitar here sells for $449. That is the price, or $49 or $29. It's over $400. It's close to $450. That's the price it goes at most of the time. But every once in a while, the price drops and you can get one for a couple $100 below that. And I think they are just really, really nice guitars for that price range. So I thought to show it again. I apologize if you have not seen this before. Another thing they do is no position dots, only on the side, which I quite like, because I mean, when you're playing guitar, you look down at the side, not at the top of the fretboard. So I don't mind there not being any position dots. It makes the fretboard look really slick and clean in my view. Other than that, other than the finish details, and it is a gloss over the top of this charring technique, it is a standard. This one, the YAKD, is a standard Dreadnought, and then they have the YAK, which is an auditorium, and then the DCI, which is the Dreadnought Cutaway with the Fishman preamp and electronics. Other than that, it's fairly standard. The neck feels like you know, C-shape, most standard acoustic Dreadnought guitars. Nothing out of the ordinary. The tuners look very typical. They're just the black versions of what tuners are on most acoustic guitars. Yeah, so those things can be upgraded. The graphite nut and saddle and the pure black bridge pins are kind of nice, but of course you can always, if you prefer bone, you can always upgrade those as well. Although some people swear by graphite or Graph Tech. Comes with reasonable phosphor bronze strings on it, maybe a Dario's, feel like a Dario's actually. But again, those things can all be changed. But yeah, it's a really nice guitar. Just, kind of classy looking, different looking. And this one, I remember the other ones being good, but this one's really quite responsive. Probably that really nice, thinly graduated solid mahogany top. Just getting a nice response. Of course, the sound of a solid mahogany guitar is going to be slightly different in quality to your solid cedars and your solid spruces and other guitars. It is a hardwood. So a lot of times with solid mahogany guitars, it kind of fluctuates. Sometimes you get a guitar that is a little brash, has high ends and mids because it's a denser wood. But then there are some warmer mahogany guitars as well. This one's kind of nicely in the middle. It's got some good bass response. Consider it's a gloss mahogany finish, but it's also got some nice articulation. If you play with nails or pick, you can get... Sorry, it's going out of tune. I just set this up. You can get some nice flavors with your tones, depending on how you attack the string, of course. We're all different, so it's sometimes hard to know from a video if a guitar suits your playing style because the person playing it obviously has their own style. But I would say this, if you're a strummer, it's a nice voiced guitar. But if you're a finger picker, it's got a nice punchy sound for that as well. So pretty versatile little guitar. Nice to come back to this guitar. One slight nitpick on James Neligan, it's the usual one. They don't include a case, which I wish they would. So if you buy one of these, you get it without the case. And you have to find a Dreadnought case for it, which is not too hard, but it would be nice if they just included a nice kit bag with it, especially at the $400 price range. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed seeing this again. Check out James Neligan guitars every once in a while and see if you can find a bargain. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised that they really are a notch up from the entry-level guitars that mostly feature on this channel. So this is good mid-range stuff. Particularly if you're buying it at full price, but a lot of times you can find these discounted, so just thought that I'd put it on your radar again. All right, see you on the next one.